Defamation, fame, money, betrayal, revenge, hate speech, those are my usual topics. But this is not that. And today, we're talking about property law. And yeah, I know, snooze, right? Wrong! Because we've got a fox hunt, a record breaking home run, and a legal question that still isn't clean cut. Are you with me now? Let's do this. Welcome to Lawyerish, where I break down what I'm learning as a pre law student in a way that actually makes sense. I'm not a lawyer yet, but I'm getting a little more lawyerish every week. So, a quick foundation before we get into it. Property isn't just about owning stuff, it's about your rights relative to other people. Absolute ownership doesn't really exist. You're always weighing your claim against someone else's. And honestly, that's going to matter a lot more in your everyday life than you'd think. So let's go back in time to 1805. A guy named Post is out fox hunting with his dogs, and he has full commitment. This is like his whole thing. So he's been chasing this fox, and he's absolutely locked in. This guy named Pearson, who's just minding his business on the way home, sees what's happening, walks up, then kills the fox and takes it. Post is furious. He's like, I was clearly hunting that fox, so it was basically mine. And Pearson's like, cool story, but I killed it, so mine. And the court sided with Pearson because of something called the rule of certainty. You actually have to capture and control something in order to own it. Chasing it doesn't count, and wanting it doesn't count either. And here's why this matters to you. Think about the last time you called something: shotgun on the front seat, the last slice of pizza, your go to parking spot. Legally, none of that means anything until you've actually got it. Now, fast forward to 2002. Barry Bonds is going for his 73rd home run, and it's a record breaker. The ball flies into the stands, and a guy named Popov reaches up, gets his hands on it, and then gets immediately mobbed by the crowd. He's interfered with before he can secure it, and the ball hits the ground, and a guy named Hayashi picks it up. Can you guess what he said? Mine? So, same question. Who owns it? But here's where it gets actually crazy because if we're being so real, neither of them have an obvious claim. And when you start pulling that thread, the MLB has a stake in that ball. So does the stadium, the company that manufactured it, the home team. Barry Bonds literally put the value in it with his bat. The pitcher threw it. Half the crowd was reaching for it. So who actually owns it is genuinely unclear. But, and this is the most important legal part, the court could only settle the dispute between the two people in the room. The MLB didn't insert theirself into this case, and neither did anyone else, so the judge just had to work with what he had: Popov and Hayashi. And his ruling? Split it. Sell the ball and divide the money, because Popov had started a legitimate catch before he was unlawfully interfered with, and that mattered, but Hayashi physically had possession of the ball. It's a little messy and a little unsatisfying, but it's honest, because sometimes the law doesn't give you a clean answer. It just gives you the least bad one. So whether it's a fox in 1805 or a record-breaking baseball in 2002, property law is really just asking, at what point did you actually have it? And the answer affects a lot more than you'd think. Your lease, your car, stuff that you buy that gets stolen off your porch. These cases are old, but the question is everywhere. So that's lawyerish for the week. I'm not a lawyer yet, but I'm getting a little more lawyerish every week. I'll see you next time.